Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, the 17th of June, and I am Chris Paul from the Intuitive Wellness Spa, and this is Wellness Wednesday. Today, this is our third part in our Healthy Living series. We are going to do a few more of these to get us ready for those of you who want to do a 30-day to healthy living program. If you are interested in that, please do feel free to either personal message me or you can contact me directly through our business number, which is 443 734 7837. We want to make sure that you have as much time to prepare because making a healthy living lifestyle change can be rather overwhelming, a little daunting. Where do I begin? And kind of trying to go from however we've been living up until now into a whole new lifestyle change, what I call cold turkey, can be a little overwhelming for a lot of folks. So we don't want you to feel any more overwhelmed. We don't want to give you any more reason to have a setback or a slip up and then feel as though you failed. And then it creates this system of, well, now I'm just going to give up. So we want to give you as much time as possible to be prepared. So we are doing these sessions over the course of June to get ready. We will kick off our Healthy Living to 30 Days to Healthy Living program, excuse me. We will kick that off on Monday, July 6th, which, ironically enough, is also when we will once again be open for business. So if you had not heard, we have been cleared through our governor and our county executive to be able to open our massage establishment. And so we are open again for business starting Monday, July 6th. And if you would like an appointment, you can contact me directly. Again, that number is 443 734 7837. Or you can go directly to our website, which can be found through this Facebook page, and you can go ahead and just book those appointments directly online. So continuing with our healthy living for today towards getting ready for that program, and even if you're just going to do this for yourself, we've been talking a lot about building a healthier plate and what that looks like. And I'm going to keep going over that because I think it's rather important for folks to remember. So I'm going to go over the how to fill your plate again and then talk about some of those options and why it's important. So once again, if you sort of just think of your whole plate and cut one half of it, one half of that should be your non-starchy vegetables. Of your remaining half, a quarter of that should be your lean proteins. So those are more like fish or turkey or lean organic grass-fed meats. And then that remaining pie piece, you'd split that in half again and do healthy carbs like brown rice and then healthy fats like nuts and things. And so let's talk about those healthy food options. It's very difficult for most people. This is the hardest part. What do I eat? How do I get it? And ultimately speaking, what we're trying to do is reduce things that are high in fat, high in calorie, high in sugar, high in sodium, and that tend to have low nutritional value. We feel full. We often enjoy them. I am a big fan of a giant plate of spaghetti with some sauce and some butter and some garlic, and I just love it. But it doesn't provide, and it makes me feel happy. Let's face facts. I feel full, I feel happy, all is good in life. But I don't really have all of what I need for healthy living. I don't have very many nutrients. I have a lot of complex sugars that are going to ultimately be stored as fat if I am not up and moving and staying busy. I'm going to feel lethargic. As many of you know, there's a very common expression out there of having a food coma. That tends to be when you're eating a lot of those foods that are high in sugar, high in carbs, high in fat. It becomes a drain on our system and pulls us down. So part of this is to choose more fruits and vegetables. Now there's a lot of talk out there, and I am a big fan of making things easy. So people will say, well, you need to shop organic, because if you're not getting organic, then you're getting pesticides and you're getting all of these other things, right, that are being done. And here's what I'll tell you. Organic is great, and it's a lovely alternative if you can do it. If you can go to a natural food market and buy local, you're even better. It's great if the closer from, as they say, farm to table as you can get, the better it is, because it means that your produce and your vegetables and your meats and things like that have not been flash frozen, and which drains some of the nutrients. It means that you have a little more understanding of how they've been sourced and how they've been raised, what kind of chemicals, you can have a greater conversation. So that is a lovely option. However, I know some of you are out there and you're juggling, 3 and 4 kids and working from home and managing school or summer camps. And the concept of saying, great, now I've got to go and find a local market and go buy my food there becomes overwhelming. Here's what I'm telling you. Do your best. If what you are at right now is to say, I'm going to go to my local supermarket and I'm going to buy whatever produce that they have, that is better than saying, I'm going to just make a big giant pot of spaghetti. So you have to take the steps that you can take. The biggest problem, I think, in these programs is that you get sort of set up to fail. People tell you should eat healthy, and they set this ridiculously high standard. And when you can't reach it, it doesn't leave room for anything slightly less than perfect, but way better than what we're doing. The key is you want to get as many of those fruits and vegetables as you can. We're going to talk a little bit more about those vegetables as well. And you just make sure you wash everything. Make sure you get it is ultimately when it's super, super shiny, that's usually something that they've sprayed on it. So you really want to make sure if you can get a good vegetable brush maybe, or at least give it a good rinse under some warm water to help get as much of the sort of junk that they spray on it while it's being raised that you can. That's kind of the key. Any step in the right direction is great. People talk about 30 minutes of exercise a day is a great threshold. But if you've not exercised in the last 10 years, and the best you can do is get up off the couch and walk for 10 or 15 minutes, let's do that. Let's start where you are and improve as you can and get as strong and as healthy as you can in the increments that you can handle. Anything better than whatever we're doing today is better. It's just simple math. Let's not set yourself up to fail. And I offer this because when we do the 30 Days to Healthy Living starting July 6th, it's a very involved program. It's very easy to follow, but it is cutting all of those foods out of your diet that we talked about. It's building your plate the way we've talked about. It's adding nutritional supplements. It's making sure you're getting out and moving 30 minutes a day. And I don't want any of you who try it and can't hit every threshold to feel as though you're failing. You're not failing if you're trying and you're making steps towards improving. You just may want to go beyond 30 days. You may want to try the program a little longer to give yourself a chance to really build up. 30 days is a great cleanse. The longer you go, 6 weeks, it starts to become more habitual. And the further along you can continue, not only will the healthier you feel, but it will also be an opportunity for you to create an actual habit of healthy eating, as opposed to, oh my God, when is this over? When can I get back to what I was doing before? So find the balance that works for you. We're going to tell you, or I'm going to tell you what we recommend, but you've got to find your own natural fit. So choosing more fruits and vegetables that are high in vitamins, minerals, proteins, antioxidants. Bright vegetables are very important. So tomatoes and carrots and red and yellow peppers are great. They have a lot of what they call carotenoids. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. But that's a great antioxidant nutrient. You want lots of things with beta carotene in them. These are all going to help give you greater energy, support your vision, improve your skin's resistance to UV light, and help you fight the free radical damage that we get from the sun. I love this word, cruciferous vegetables. Those are things like your cabbage and Brussels sprouts. Now, I have to have a quick word about Brussels sprouts because I hate Brussels sprouts passionately, and I think it is okay to say so. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. And they are in every diet. People will push you on Brussels sprouts like nobody's business. And so help me God, if one more person tells me, well, if you just roast it this way, you're going to think it's delicious. Stop it. You are not going to like every diet that we suggest. You're not going to like every bit of food. You do not have to eat a ton of stuff that you do not like. I do encourage you to try to find ways in which you can tolerate certain things that are healthy. Because if you don't like vegetables at all, you're going to have a hard time being a healthy person. Now, I have found salad mixes. Good old-fashioned, go to Costco salad mix that has raw Brussels sprouts in it that are kind of like, they ends up looking mostly like just part of the lettuce or the kale that's in the salad. Those I like. But do not talk to me about any kind of cooked Brussels sprout because it's not going to happen for me. I am also very sensitive to texture. So squishy things are a problem for me. So I'm just putting that out there. Again, if you know I can't eat fish, I think fish is disgusting, or I'm a vegetarian and I can't eat any of those lean meats, don't. There are supplements you can take, there are alternatives that you can try, and if you're having a hard time, reach out to me, because believe me, no one wants to eat healthier and yet has a smaller palate than I do. So I'm there for you. Anyway, as I was saying, your cruciferous vegetables, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and cauliflower. Again, all high in your minerals and your sulforaphane. There's a word for you. There's a nice nutrient. Your dark leafy greens are great, like kale and spinach and collard greens. Try to stay away from the really, pardon me, cheap lettuces. Right? Your iceberg lettuce, that is really just there for the sake of filling the plate. Anytime you get a salad in a restaurant, if it's high in iceberg lettuce, even romaine lettuce is better. But your spinaches and your kales and things, those are going to be much better for you. Otherwise, you're getting full, but you're not getting quite the nutrients you want. Iceberg lettuce, no real nutritional value at all. Again, berries are very important. Not every fruit is created equal. For example, grapes are exceptionally high in sugar. They're not the best fruit you can choose. Delicious, absolutely, but not the best fruit you can choose. So you like to do berries, all kinds of colors. Blueberries, for example, are excellent for maintaining memory. So for those of you who are getting a little bit older and you're concerned about memory loss or dementia, Alzheimer's, all of these things, there have been countless studies to talk about the benefits to memory preservation in blueberries. So I highly encourage you to work blueberries into your diet. Cranberries, cherries, raspberries are great. Grapes are good. They are a good fruit. I will eat them, sadly, almost daily, but I have had to cut back because, again, they are very high in sugar. And your legumes are very important, like your peas, your pinto beans, chickpeas. There's your hummus. If you've never realized that chickpeas and garbanzo beans are the same thing, it's a new day, my friend. Hummus. Kidney beans, all of these are great ways to get basically additional proteins, especially for those of you who are looking to cut all meat out. You want to go more vegetarian. Beans and your legumes are going to be very important for your protein. And you're also going to want to look into supplements. I'm not going to talk any more about supplements today. I'm going to wrap this up for you this morning. But I will say that Arbonne does have a wealth of supplements. I use their fiber. I take a daily metabolism booster. They do have a wonderful supplement to help suppress appetite, which I enjoy. Again, these are vegan. They are cruelty-free. They are sugar-free. They are GMO-free. So I really appreciate and support. They're generally all plant-based, basically. So I generally support any of the supplements that you get from Arbonne. If you choose not to use Arbonne supplements, that's fine, but do your research, because not all supplements are created equal either. If you remember a few weeks ago when we talked about CBD, there's a lot of CBD out there, and a lot of it is garbage, and they're just charging you for something that has no actual value in it. So you really want to do your research and make sure that you're not taking supplements that are high in sugar or very chemical based, because the whole goal here is to try to strip some of these chemicals from our diet and get to a healthier living. So I hope some of these tips were helpful for you. If you're wondering where I get my information from, I have a whole brochure of information that I get from Arbonne on 30 Days to Healthy Living. I'm happy to share that with you. I look forward to seeing you all in July. And until then, please continue to take care of yourself and live well. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.